Baiken, as a character, has been a staple in the series, appearing as a secret character in the first game, and ever since the first game, she's been pretty top tier. In addition to this growing power, some other things have grown as well. Now, the obvious joke to make is about her tits, but that feels like cheap humor, so we're gonna put a clock up here and it's gonna count up until I run out of other jokes to make and have to rely on that. Okay, good. Baiken is a pretty fun character with good, okay, questionable pokes at best, some of the best conversion off the game, off of one move, and a parry so satisfying you'll be popping off like Hungry Box after winning every game. Allow me to show you the two big reasons to play Baiken, her gameplay and her lore. Wait, did double entendres count? Shit. Baiken's game plan was originally a very defensive one where she could cover herself when she's unsafe with parries and safely convert off pokes. This fact made her very strong. Now, however, since they turned the power level down for Strive, her pokes are okay at best, and her parry only covers the strike option, so you're gonna have to get a bit more creative with how you play her. The pokes you're looking for are gonna be Jump S, 2S, and Far Slash, so make like a Soul main and start pressing that slash button. One good mix-up tool is gonna be TK Yozansen. This is performed by doing the Yozansen motion a quarter circle forward and adding a jump input. It's all the boring stuff on how to play safe. Now let's talk about a real game plan called conditioning. The mind games begin when your opponent blocks H. Kabari. Using the follow-up attack off of H. Kabari, you begin the conditioning on your opponent. The follow-up is punishable by moves like 6P or grab. This is where the fun begins. Now that they're going to start challenging before the second hit, go ahead and start parrying their dumbass. Now that they know they're going to get parried, they're either going to start delaying or waiting to block the second hit and then punishing after. Now that they're waiting a little bit longer, run up and grab their dumbass. And then to challenge the grab, they're going to start pressing buttons. You've established a 4-way mix-up after blocking a move. Baiken, aesthetically, is rather bizarre. She wears a traditional kimono, tattered and worn, much akin to her traveling Ronin ways. The bizarre part comes from how the fanbase sees her. A majority of the fans see her as a tsundere, awesome badass samurai. One of those statements is correct. The place where they're off is that she's not a tsundere, she's just a bitch. On record, she hates talking to people, is ruthless beyond all belief, and won't listen to you unless you can prove you have any combat prowess. And I guess she's also kinda racist, making her have more in common with Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter than any other generic anime tsundere. Also, yes, it is Hunter x Hunter, I will die on this hill. Apparently, she's mellowed out in Exerd, but even then, she still tries to murk a dude just for walking up to her. Her theme, Mirror of the World, is pretty good. The opening is rather slow for my liking, but the heavy percussion makes up for it. The song starts with a Buddhist repentance chant. However, the song gives up on it, saying that she's damned to hell and that God won't answer her prayers. For the most part, the song reminisces about that sentiment, until at the end it's hinted that either Anji or Delilah has made her trust enough to give up on her own grief. At the end, the mantra is repeated without her giving up, meaning she's probably accepted repentance. Overall, it's a pretty touching conclusion to Baiken's story. Baiken is pretty basic in Strive, but that doesn't make her any less fun. Baiken's game plan is so simple that you can focus on getting hard reads on your opponent and dealing massive damage with your parry. Or you can focus on something else, I'm not going to stop you. Overall, Baiken's for some big-brained players. As always, I've been Old Reliable, and thank you all for watching. I'm still not fully sure on how to end videos, so look at this rat.